What's good everybody, it's JC Sims here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be going over a few mods, but mainly one mod by the creator Limpanu. I hope I'm saying that right. This mod is called Rambunctious Religions and it gives you the ability to have religions for your Sims. This mod is just meant to be quirky and fun and not at all like serious, so do not get like offended over the different religions. These are just pixels, you guys. There's no need to get upset about it. Just putting that out there. If I do see you in the comments fighting with people making ignorant comments, I will block you. So keep it cute in the comments or keep it pushing. I'm also going to show you how I use two mods by Little Miss Sam to own and operate my own churches in the game with the new pastor trait that comes with this mod. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm not going to have like an overview on the download pages or anything because they are pretty straightforward to download. Just extract them into your mods folder, but I will get into the details once I'm in game. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay everybody, we are here in game a little later from my intro. This is now my fourth time filming this video because I was having an OBS issue. My audio was super choppy. Found the cause of that. It's because I was moving my Sims game to my other monitor, a bunch of tech shit you don't care about. So finally went for the successful filming and I had the monitor recording my other monitor. So I was talking and you were seeing my desktop. So yes, we are here, we're back. And with this mod, the first thing that you want to do is go and buy the Holy Book. So this can be found in the miscellaneous section of activities and skills. It goes into bookshelves and stuff like that. So once you buy that, there's going to be an option for discover religion, but I've already done that for all the Sims in my household, but that is going to give you the option to choose a religion. And once you do that, you're going to want to come to your Sim and you're going to have a new pie menu choice for religion. You're going to choose your religious status and select a faith. These are the 4 different religions that come with this pack. Every religion has its own perks and moodlets and interactions, so just be mindful of the description that I'm reading and it will kind of give you an insight into what those perks and stuff are. So the congregation of non-believers puts logic above all else. Imagination is reserved for fiction, which they are fond of. Logic governs the rest. Some of them like to try to convince religious Sims that their faith is but a flight of fancy. Other non-believer Sims have more respect for all the faiths of the world, but simply do not understand them or partake. Sims within the congregation of non-believers enjoy activities that involve logic and science. They dislike wellness activities such as yoga and meditation, and anything that they would call new agey. So with this, you're going to get perks for logic and science, and you will get negative moodlets when doing meditation and yoga. So for the cult of the cow plant, the faithful of the cult of the cow plant are nature worshippers. That is a tongueful. They focus on protecting and understanding nature. The cow plant embodies the mysteries of Mother Nature. Sims of this religion love to garden in general and practice wellness activities like yoga, meditation, etc. Members of the cult of the cow plant dislike technology and become bored when using computers, playing video games, or watching TV. And in case you were curious, they are not afraid of being eaten by cow plants. On the contrary, if the cow plant spits you out, it means you have truly become a friend of the cow plant and of its worshippers. So again, like all of these religions will have perks. If you do things like yoga and meditation and gardening, you will get positive moodlets and a skill increase in that perspective skill. And with the congregation of non-believers, you will get a skill increase for things like logic and science and positive moodlets. For the treaders of the occult, this faith unites alien believers and incognito aliens, vampire worshippers and vampires themselves. Mermaids and spellcasters sit among humans as they all listen to the same sermon. The treaders of the occult fully embrace interspecies dynamics and advocate for peace and acceptance. Members of this faith are happy in the presence of occult Sims. All treaders share a taste for the gothic and classic styles and a love for the night. Treaders become confident in the depths of night and a little uncomfortable around noon. So do keep that in mind that treaders of the occult do tend to be a little nocturnal. And with the worship of the Watcher, some Sims believe they are never alone, but always under the mighty eye of the Watcher. Fickle and unpredictable is the Watcher, at times looking on with fondness and granting Sims their every whim and desire. other times casting an angry eye onto their lives, removing ladders from swimming pools, breaking relationships, or pushing them to work on a skill to exhaustion. Benevolent or merciless is the Watcher. Of course, Sims that believe in it do their best to attract to themselves its more generous side. They try to behave as well as they can and clean their plates instead of leaving them on the table. They believe that the Watcher likes to see them create, therefore creativity... Is there a bug? Therefore, creativity is their favorite way to honor their deity. They see occult creatures as a form of evil, for they embody the darker sides of the Watcher. So obviously this one is a little more in tune with Christianity, but since our parents are very religious with the worship of the Watcher, this is another reason why I really like this mod for like family dynamics and, you know, friendship dynamics and stuff. We're going to go ahead and go with a congregation of non-believers. You know, she just feels like her parents are very religious. Her dad is a pastor and owns a church. This has always been kind of forced on her. So she's kind of taking this time to learn about something else that interests her, and that is science and logic. So we're going to go ahead and pick that. And now that we all have religions, one thing you'll notice, you can read the Holy Book. That will increase your religion skill, the new skill with this mod. But if we come to religion, now we can come to religious events. Right now we can only attend a gathering or attend a study group, but once you've been initiated, which you have to go to these two events to get initiated, you unlock working as a ceremony official or preaching your truth. But you do have some commands that you can do with other people. You can argue about religion, criticize lack of rational thinking, disprove faith with science, and try to find common ground. And if they have this little gray thing, that means it's a mean interaction, and it will kind of not damage your reputation, but it will kind of put you back in your religion. And then when we come over here with the mom, who is a worshiper of the Watcher, her religious interactions will be a little bit different. So she can only argue about religion or chastise for unbefitting behavior, but the rest of them are going to be unlocked until you, this one you have to reach a higher religion skill, this one you have to attend a gathering, a book study, you have to unlock certain things to unlock more things. So that's another thing I love about this mod. There actually is an incentive to having a religion. It's not just a trait that shows up in your traits. There's kind of bases to these things, and it's your job to get your Sims higher up in the faith and kind of get them that closer connection. So that is why the dad over here, he is away at a gathering. He's about to come back, but like I mentioned, this mod will come with a pastor trait, and this Sim is a minister in charge of a church or congregation. So you'll see when I do the whole church part of this mod, that is the Sim you can choose to actually lead the church services. So we're gonna have her, if we come to the friendly menu, you can ask a Sim if they are religious. As we can see, he just got home from his first event and he has acquired the religion skill. Andrew will be able to learn more about his religion and develop his connection with his faith. First, he should attend gathering and attend book study under religious events. This will unlock new interactions. Then, once level 2 has been reached, he should get initiated also under religious events. A Sim who does not attend gatherings or book studies cannot get initiated, and a Sim who is not initiated can rise in the religion skill, but will not rise in his faith. So let's go ahead and cheat him up to level 2. And now that he's a religion skill level 2, Andrew can now get initiated under religious events, and provided that he has attended religious gatherings and book studies before. Andrew can also look for common ground and mock church building when speaking to members of other faiths. Additionally, now when Andrew prays, the prayers are heard and his needs bar will all fill by 30 points. Ooh, okay. So if we come to religion, we can just pray. And I'm going to keep an eye on my needs bar. So he'll start his little praying. And as we can see, his needs actually did go up a little bit. So his prayers were answered. And back to our conversation in the living room. You know, her mom is just curious, you know, how have you been, you know, with your religion and your faith and stuff. And she has just told her, actually, I am in the congregation of non-believers. So this kind of opens up a little more room for drama and spiciness. So if we come over to her, we can come to the religion menu and we can either argue or chastise. So this didn't change at all, but it will now change the interactions and moodlets that we get when speaking to Sims of a different religion. But we chastised her. The daughter, Aubrey, the mom is Vivian. She has a negative moodlet that she had an aggravating conversation, but she also has unwanted preachings. The worshippers of the Watcher can get annoying with her unsolicited blessings, prayers, and sermons about angering the Watcher. If Aubrey wanted blessings or behavior lessons, she would have asked. It comes from a good intent, but it's not well received today. So that is just one of the things you'll get if you're not in that faith, but you can go ahead and kind of work things out. If we come to religion, we can try to find a common ground with her. And if we come back to her, she has a moodlet that says perhaps we can coexist. Vivian had a friendly discussion with a member of another faith, and they managed to find some common ground between their perspective, beliefs, and overall view of life. It's good to feel like everyone can peacefully coexist. So that's really nice. You can kind of choose how you want to go with this. Do you want to be a really pushy religious person, or do you want to be really accepting? So that's really nice. And I feel like it's just a way for your Sims to get to know other Sims. If we come in here to the religion menu and go to religious status, you can control world religions. So you can auto assign religion to Sims on visited lots, remove religion from other present Sims, or give religion to present Sims. So this is what is going to be the option if you just want to give everyone a random religion. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. An incentive to kind of get to know Sims more, decide if you're going to be the Sim that learns from other Sims or tries to shun other Sims that don't listen to you. It seems like we are not having a very pleasant conversation over here, but I think this mod does add a lot of depth within your Sims just because it adds so much into the game. Like I said, you know, it's not just a trait, there's actually things associated with the trait, so I really enjoy that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the dad over here go ahead and attend all of his groups and stuff so we can get initiated, and I will meet back up with you guys when we are about to start the church services. Okay, little side note, because we're not going to church yet. I did want to make you aware of the moodlets that show up when you're doing church events and stuff. We also have a feeling inspired moodlet from being a pastor, but he had an incredible book study. This session of study of the sacred book was stellar by all accounts. There is a lot of passion in the room, and everyone left filled with joy and new learnings. So that was from the book study I attended, but now he's at his initiation. And throughout the initiation, you'll get different moodlets to kind of tell you how it's going. And the first one is gathering together from ongoing initiation. Initiation will soon begin. Andrew is now gathering with members of his faith and other initiation candidates. There is something both solemn and joyful about this crowd. They are meeting in a parking lot, and Andrew is full of enthusiasm. He can't wait to see the ceremony grounds. So as you kind of move through this initiation, you'll get different moodlets, just kind of telling you how things are going. So now we have switched to very focused, and it says into the field from ongoing initiation. The worshippers of the Watcher now walk together in a nearby cornfield. A path has been mowed through it, leading to a gigantic mowed circle. This is to be well visible to the Watcher. An old priest tells Andrew. The design in this field may attract its attention. Little by little, all the worshippers sit together cross-legged in a circle inside the empty space and start holding hands. In the center of the circle, a massive bonfire stands, and soon the priest walks to it and with a move of his hand calls onto the Watcher to light it. The flame bursts out of nowhere into the awe of the crowd. Andrew is fully enthralled. Okay, now we moved on to very tense, and it says visions in the fire. Now the fire at the center of the circle seems to take a life of its own, and in it shapes appear. Sims interacting, being born, living, dying. This is getting so deep. Then the fire bursts and illusion's gone. Its size is now terrifying. The heat from the blaze quickly becomes almost unbearable. The would-be worshippers of the Watcher glance at each other with panic, yet the initiates remain perfectly calm, blissful smiles on their faces. Accept the Watcher's powers and it will spare you from the fire, the priest says. He is standing so close to the fire it is a wonder he has not caught flames. Come with me, he now asks. Is he crazy? But Andrew takes a deep breath. He must have faith in the Watcher. Only if fear takes over, faith could be hurt. So Andrew, along with a few other would-be initiates, walk forward, eyes closed. This is getting very deep. And now we are confident. It says embraced by the holy. For a heart-stopping instant as he was walking into the flames, Andrew doubted and believed that all to be found there was death. But faith took over, and with all the might of his mind, Andrew screamed within, I believe. The heat from the flames instantly dissipated. The noise of the pyre seemed to subside. Andrew now opens his eyes, only to find himself inside the flames and completely unhurt. Exchanging glances of wonder with the other Sims who did, no doubt, Andrew now hears the priest speak. Step out, for you are now a true worshipper of the Watcher. Okay, so he just got home, and it says closer to the Watcher. Initiation was incredible. Andrew had never felt this way before, so connected with the world around. He comes home with the certainty that he is where he belongs. So now he is initiated into the church, the worshipers or the watchers or whatever. And okay, we are going to go ahead and get on with the church portion. So this is where those mods by Little Miss Sam come into play. You do not need these mods for this mod to work. If you just want to have your Sims go to church, that is fine. But for gameplay purposes, I thought it would be fun to have Sims like Andrew here. He is a pastor. I thought it'd be fun to kind of own a church, but I didn't know how I would have income coming in from that. So that is where Little Miss Sam's mods come into play. So the first one is the Little Miss Sam's Bible Venues mod. I'm not going to go through these in depth. I can do another video on that. I'm just going to do this pertaining to the churches. So once you click that, you can buy a whole bunch of different lot types. This mod adds a lot of different lot types. I personally have set my church to be a museum. You buy it, it kind of just goes down like any other business transaction. You do need the Sims 4 get to work. Now what we're going to do though is we're going to come and we're going to plan a social event. Yes, it is 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Yes, it's going to be a midnight mass because I didn't feel like waiting until the morning, and I have filmed this video 4 different times. So if we come to select an activity, we can do a church service. You can do a gold event or a non-gold event. I'm going to do the gold event to show you. And now you have all of these things. So not all of these are required, but you have a caterer. This is really cool. You have a Sunday school teacher and students. So if you want to have a Sunday school, you can do that. What I do like is that it takes into account the whole population. So even the fact that we don't know any of these children, we can still invite. So let's just go ahead and do it. Might as well. Let's just do 5. And then the Sunday school teacher can be Mrs. Grace over here. You can have a worship band. I guess we can do that. And then this is where the pastor comes in. You will have Sims that get randomly assigned the pastor trait, but any pastors show up here. So if you don't want to be the one running the church and you just want to go to church, this is how you would do that, just by picking a pastor that doesn't live with you. And then this is where you can do the church attendees. So, and you can have up to 20 maximum. So it's kind of a lot. We're just going to do 13. And then we can select a place. I set my church as a museum just because you get a lot more money from the Little Miss Sam's Bible Venues mod with that over just the generic. So we're going to go to Newcrest Church. And a cool thing about this mod, it has been coded to have all Sims show up in formal wear, and hopefully all the Sims will sit down. So now we are at Newcrest Church. This is also by DevonBumpkin. I honestly am not like doing this on purpose. I really just always use his lots. And in terms of churches, this is like the only church that I use. Obviously, normal people wouldn't buy a church like this. I would probably, if I had more time, like made a smaller church, but it's fine. This is where we are, and it also says when we get here, the Sunday school teacher says, "Hi there, my name is Nanny Anansi. Nice to meet you. I am sensibly sufficient every way. I can play, cook, and mentor, and yes, I'm not opposed to changing diapers and cleaning up messes if needed. Let's have a fun day together." So she's really just there to watch her kids, which is really amazing if you don't want to deal with them crying and stuff during the church service. But what you will need for this, depending on what you have, you will need a podium. This is the podium. It comes in a bunch of different colors. I'm going to do the brown and the gold, but if you don't have Get Famous, I think you can just use the microphone. And when you come to church, the goals are to listen to the sermon, compliment someone, and chat with someone. And the other mod by Little Miss Sam that I use to make money from this is the entrance fee mod. So basically what that means is every time someone comes in here, either you will have to pay, or if you are the person that owns the lot, you will get paid from those people. But we're just going to go ahead and start our religious speech. And then you'll see people start coming in. We have the Sunday school teacher right here. But he's going to come in and start giving his speech. We're going to have people come in here and sit. Well, at least my family. I cannot control everyone else. And I like that people are actually in here. They seem to be sitting for the most part. Like, I am not going to knock any points because Sims never like to sit. They have like ants in their damn pants all the time. But we're just going to listen to his sermon. And I don't know why she's feeling hurt by somebody nearby. What is your issue? I think her and her mom probably have, negative sentiments to her mom. Okay, so he just got done with his sermon, and do we have any moodlets? Yes, we do. Brilliant orator. The audience was moved by the oration as it was coded in thick brilliance. And then Sims that watch the sermon will also get a little moodlet that says, woo, that speech was truly moving. I think that's just from watching a speech in general. But yeah, this is what church services look like. You know, I love making my Sims get nice and dressed up and coming to church every Sunday. It's just something to do. One thing that I forgot to mention is for this to function as a church, you do need to put a few lot traits on. The cool thing about this mod is that the traits are separated by religion, so the churches are actually for that religion. So we're gonna go ahead and set this one to Church of the Watcher. I already had it like this, but we're just gonna redo it. And also for Sims to come in and pay, you're gonna wanna add the entrance fee. I forgot to add that one, so that's probably why I didn't get paid. But oh, now you can see $170 people are actually paying. But I think that is just like how much everyone costed, because over here you can change, we can change the entrance fee. Right now it is set, I'm not sure what it's set at, but I like to just use this as like a form of tithes, like to the church. So I'm just gonna set it for $50. That is that. But we also need to compliment somebody for this church service. We just got paid another $50, but we do need to kind of talk to people and compliment them. That green dress you were wearing, oh, the watcher would love it. Oh, we still have more. Talk about church to 3 different Sims. Okay, well, for some reason I cannot find the damn talk about church interaction, so we're just gonna move it. Oh, it came right back. We're at the gold anyways. All you really need to do is give the religious speech to get to gold. Another thing about the Bible Venues mod, I'm gonna go ahead and end this early and we can all go home. You do not get any like medals, or well, you did get a gold medal, but you don't get any type of like prizes or anything for going to church either. I can't do it right now because it has not been 24 hours, but this is something that I wish the Sims would implement into the normal businesses, because this makes it so much more realistic. But every 24 hours you can come to your computer and collect income from your business property when you're not there, which I love. One thing I hate about the Sims 4 businesses is that if you're not at the business, you're not earning money. And obviously if you're familiar with any type of business owners, they're not really there all the time. So I would like to earn money when I'm not at the business, so you can actually do that with this mod. But I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to show you for the Rambunctious Religions mod, as well as how you can own churches in the game. Okay everybody, so that is going to be it for my video today, overviewing the Rambunctious Religions mod, as well as some mods by Little Miss Sam that allow you to own your own churches. Again, this is supposed to be a completely fun, whimsical mod, not supposed to be serious, or just don't get upset over pixel people having religions. If you don't like this mod or don't like the aspect of that being in your game, don't download it. But if you do, I really think this is a great way to give your Sims more depth and kind of learn more about each other. So if you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.